In today's video, I'm going to take you step by step on how to create these pumpkins from nothing but scrap that you have lying around in your shop. The ones on your right of your screen here are made in the stack and glue style. The ones on your left are made from block style. This project is quick and simple, so let's get started.
Okay guys, it's another scrap wood video, so grab some scrap that looks similar to mine and let's dive right in. So what we're going to do first is get everything roughed out and ready to assemble. We are going to start with the stack and glue style pumpkins by ripping scrap MDF to about 1 inch wide. Next, we are going to cut them so that some are short and some are long. Pumpkins and scrap are random, so as long as you have something that looks similar to this, you'll be alright. Now take some of the scrap from the 1 inch rip cut, stack them, and cut them out as shown to prepare smaller pumpkins. Pro tip, turn your dust collection system off or your little pumpkin parts will disappear. If they are too small to cut, then use a contractor's blade. I also use my blade to shape the stems. Random cuts are the best for this. Let's shoot over to the block style since these are now ready to paint. I had these 4x chunks laying around and thought they would make a great pumpkin since they're square. The first step is to cut 45-degree angles in all corners. Remember that random is best. Next, I found the cutoffs from the 45-degree cuts and figured they'd be great stems once they are glued together. After you glue them, clamp them down and wait to dry. While the stems are drying, we can use a Dremel tool to carve vertical lines into our block style pumpkins. Even though this part takes a long time and is strenuous on the hands, it is still well worth the work in the end. Once the dremeling is done and the glue is dry, we can use a contractor's blade to round the stems out randomly. Now that they are all roughed out, the project begins to take shape. That way, you can watch paint dry with me every Monday. Make sure you give them plenty of time to dry, for we will be doing a rustic paint job. Once the paint dries, we can apply 2 coats of orange paint to the pumpkins. I use 2 coats because the first coat over the black looked like crap. While that coat is drying, we can stain the pumpkins or leave them how they are. It's up to you. I stained one so that you can see how it looks. Now it's time to sand the edges to give the rustic look. I used 60 grit sandpaper for this video. If you know a better way of doing this, I would love to hear about it in the comment section below. Once the sanding is done, we let them sit so they can magically assemble overnight. I still can't believe I got that rare moment on camera. Now we just glue them together once we are sure where each piece is going. For the small ones, I glue all parts together in one go and clamp them down. The only thing I save for later is the stem. For the larger stacking glue pumpkins, I use brad nails to hold them in place as I glue. I found that a staggered look is best for these. For the stems, I brad nailed and glued them to the top block before attaching the top block to the rest of the work. For the top block, we just use glue to hold it together. Once it is all good and in place, we clamp them down for the night as shown. Now it is time to assemble the block style pumpkins. We are just going to screw a hole in the top of the pumpkin and the bottom of the stem so we can fit a wood dowel. I use tape on my drill bit to keep track of how deep I need to go. The depth is set to a little deeper than half the length of the wood dowel. Once the holes line up, I apply glue to each hole and the dowel. Pro tip: make sure your stem fits perfect with the dowel in before applying any wood glue. After the little ones dry, I glue on their stems and clamp them in the same way, finishing up this project for good. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so I can keep making these amazing videos. Ring the bell icon after subscribing to catch my latest video. I post once a week on Mondays. I'll see you then, and thanks for watching.